crust. The pressure of the subsidy tectonic plates build up and eventually pushes itself to the opening. Wait, what's tectonic plates?
But most of all, it is made out of a component called aluminosilicate. There are 8 major plates all over the Earth, and New Zealand is located on the rift of such a plate. But there is also many minor plates scattered all around the Earth. What causes volcanoes or subductive volcanoes is subduction. Subduction is when a bit of a tectonic plate slides under the edge of another. With the friction of the movement and the heat of the core and the mantle, it melts the aluminosilicate that makes up the tectonic plate and then becomes magma inside the mantle, which is actually at high degrees of more than 2050 degrees centigrade. If you can imagine, your Bunsen burner is 1,500 degrees. If you put your finger over it, your skin would begin to melt. So can you begin to interpret what high temperatures the mantle is in? What's a mantle? So, what is a mantle? Well, the Earth is separated into 5 chemical layers. There is the crust, the upper and lower mantles, the liquid inner core, and finally the solid inner core. The mantle is mainly composed out of ferromagnesium silicate, and it is about 2,500 degrees Celsius. It is separated by the upper and lower mantle. This is where most of the internal heat and the magma is kept in the Earth. Large convex cells in the mantle circulate heat and drive the tectonic.
The last layer is the core, which is separated into the liquid outer core and the solid inner core. The outer core is 2,300 kilometers thick and the inner core is 1,200 kilometers thick. The outer core is composed mainly of nickel-iron alloy, which the inner core is almost entirely composed of iron. Earth's magnetic field is believed to be controlled by the liquid outer core.
Pressure inside the mantle from the magma builds up, and finally forces its way through the cracks of the tectonic plate through a volcano and it erupts. So what actually happens in an eruption though?
In a typical eruption, lava is forced up and out of chambers beneath the surface, sometimes creating a tall cone of rock and ash. Because the magma is under extreme pressure from the above crust, pieces of this material can expand explosively, causing an area of destruction several miles away. Distributed ash and dust and gas can stay in the atmosphere for weeks or even months. Eruptions in or near the ocean can also generate tsunamis.
There are many types of volcanoes in New Zealand, such as domes and holes in the ground, proper cones, and flattish cones. In domes and holes in the ground, these are holes found in the ground with dome shape and fed by very sticky magma. An example of this in New Zealand is Lake Taupo. Proper cones, these are volcanoes fed with very sticky magma. A good example of this in New Zealand is White Island. Flattish cones are some volcanoes that have very runny lava because it spreads so easily.
So this concludes our program of what is a volcano. I hope you know just as much about volcanoes as we do. Next time we should do earthquakes. Over there.